Outside of a dog, a book is man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it's too dark to read. That quote from Groucho Marx is exactly what I want to talk to you about today. Hi, my name is Susan Cotton, and I'm the teacher author behind Miss Cotton's Corner. Thank you so much for joining me today for the next video in our series 30 Days, 10 Minutes to a More Literate Classroom. Today's idea takes no classroom time whatsoever. All you need to do is hop over to TPT, grab the resource, print, cut, and away you go. The idea I want to talk to you today is trying to help kids make friends with a book. For some kids, that is a really weird idea. Some kids have never considered the fact that a book can be a friend. That was an idea that I first learned when I was about 8. And here's how I learned it. My family and I were at the park. It was a sunny afternoon and there was some kind of a jumble sale going on. And there was a table filled with books, old books. I had a dime to spend. So I started looking through the books and I found this one. Yeah, this is the exact book I bought 40 years ago. It's An Old-Fashioned Girl by Louisa May Alcott. I had not yet met Miss Alcott as an author. This was my introduction to her. I'm sure you know her from her more famous books, Little Women, Little Men, Jo's Boys. But this book, An Old-Fashioned Girl, its characters Polly and Tom, Maud and Fanny. To this day, I still feel like I know them. I grabbed this book, I gave my dime, I ran home and I started to read. And as soon as I finished, I started it again because I just couldn't bear the idea that the book was over. In my life, I have probably read this book 40 times. This copy is not the one I read anymore because it's so old and it's been read so many times. It's falling apart and the pages are ripped, but of course I'll never get rid of it because it's my dear friend. I've felt like that about books all my life. When I finished Doris Kearns Goodwin's book about Abraham Lincoln, A Team of Rivals, oh my gosh, I felt like Abraham Lincoln and I were besties. That's what we want. That's what we want our students to discover, is that a book can be a friend, a best friend. And they never go away and they never hurt your feelings. So quote marks is a simple way of doing that. Here's the idea. Lots and lots and lots of famous people and not so famous people have said wonderful things about how they feel like books are their friends. For example, the quote that I started with by Groucho Marx. I've gathered together all of these quotes and I've put them together on bookmarks. Kids need bookmarks. You don't want them dog-earing your pages. So I very simply just put the quote marks in my book nook. And when kids need a bookmark, they grab it. They think they're kind of funny, that they have these funny sayings on them and they have some funny little drawings and they're kind of cute. But what I've noticed is a simple little thing like that helps kids start to think and talk about books as friends. Of course, you have a huge amount to do with that. The way you talk about books is also important. So before I put out the quote marks, I share with kids the story I just shared with you about An Old-Fashioned Girl and how that book has been my friend for 40 years. And then I put out the quote marks and I say, these are some things that other people have said about books being their friends. It starts the dialogue, it starts the conversation. So hop over to TPT, grab those quote marks, and start the conversation in your classroom today. Thanks for watching and happy teaching.